Tick, tock, tick, tock. Time can hold us back. A constant ticking, a reminder of everything we were told we couldn't do. To stay within the lines, to be good, because good was enough. To dream, yes, but only so far. We refused to be confined. We dreamed beyond what we were allowed to dream. We won't settle for good when extraordinary is possible. This is the moment to seize. The time to chase greatness. Not for ourselves, but for everyone. We are here to move humanity forward, to redefine what mankind can be with audacity. The future isn't for those who watch the clock. It belongs to those who break it, who step outside of time and build a new one. The next era of human potential is here.
Las Vegas, let's make some noise! Let's make some noise, Las Vegas! Well, good morning. My name is Alex Dixon. Welcome to Las Vegas, the city where time doesn't sleep. And starting today, neither does human potential. This isn't just another announcement. This is history in real time. We've always been told that there was a limit, that the body can only do so much. But here's the truth. They just didn't have the imagination to dream bigger. Today, we stop watching the clock and we start rewinding it. Today, we don't just launch a sporting event, we launch the next era of human evolution. Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now. And to kick it all off, please welcome the man with the vision, the drive, and the science to back it up. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the founder and president of Enhance, Dr. Aaron D'Souza.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you all for being here today. Whether you're here with us in Las Vegas or tuning in from around the world. The idea behind the Enhance Games first made headlines 2 years ago. We struck a chord because the world was already hungry for something new, a new vision of sport, of science, and of human potential. But to understand where we're going, let me take you back to the beginning. My view on real change is simple. It doesn't happen in a flash. It happens when someone puts a suit on, shows up every day, and commits their life to solving a problem. When my colleagues and I started out, no one, not one institution, not one organization, had committed to normalizing and celebrating performance medicine. So I made it my cause. I rented a tiny office in London. I stitched a new logo on a quarter-zip sweater, and I got to work. What started as a handful of people quickly became a movement, and it worked. And in just over a year, we've helped change the global conversation, not just about sport, but about health and science and what it means to be human. Because this isn't just a sporting event. We're not just organizing competition. We are in the business of unlocking human potential. The idea for the Enhance Games came to life in 2022, during a moment of reflection, where I found myself asking why athletes were still bounded by outdated rules that ignored everything that we know about science. I imagined a new kind of competition, one where science and sport and society could evolve together, where we stopped apologizing for progress and started to embrace it. We built the Enhance Games, a platform that celebrates human innovation, rewards excellence, and explores enhancements openly, responsibly, and ethically. What we've created in a short time has already redefined what's possible. Make no mistake, in 50 years, we will look back and realize that biology was never the ceiling. It was only the starting line. We'll be faster, we'll be stronger, we'll be younger for longer, and we'll wonder why it took so long for society to catch up with the science. The old rules didn't just hold back athletes, they held back humanity. And I'm proud that Enhanced is leading the charge, that we are the vanguard of superhumanity. Which brings us to the question on everyone's mind: when, where, and who? Today, we will answer all three. Just as Enhanced embraces the future of science, sport, and culture, we look for a host city for the games that shares the same spirit, a home where sport and spectacle stand side by side, where culture is made, community is strong, and where innovation and entertainment share the stage. The ambition was audacious, but the decision is clear. It's my privilege to announce the host city for the Enhanced Games is the city of Las Vegas. And the first edition of the Enhanced Games will begin right here at Resorts World, 1 year from today, over Memorial Day weekend 2026. Let the countdown begin. Time has always measured human progress, but in sport, it stood still. When science transformed medicine, longevity, and our everyday lives, sport refused to move. Today, we break that stillness. We're not only updating the system, we're dismantling the stagnation. This isn't evolution by inches, it's disruption by design. And we're better to break records than the city that never watches the clock. I couldn't be prouder to do this in Las Vegas, the world stage for elite sport and entertainment, and the ideal home for advancing superhumanity. It begins here because the time is now. And here's how we're going to do it. First of all, the Performance Enhancement Protocol. It's a first of its kind, a scientific framework built to make sure that all athletes are enhanced ethically, safely, and above all, with great safety and effectiveness. At the core of this are two independent commissions, one medical, one scientific, working in parallel, but separate from Enhanced itself. First, the Medical Commission. This is a team of doctors from different fields, endocrinology, hematology, neurology, and sports medicine, who help protect the athletes. They run full system health assessments, tracking athlete well-being and deciding who's cleared to compete. They're really focused on athlete safety, which is critical to us. And then there's the Scientific Commission, some of the world's top researchers helping set the vision for sports science at Enhanced. They design studies, they test protocols, they make sure everything we do is grounded in evidence and meets the highest standards of scientific integrity. Not only are they working behind the scenes, they're leading a global conversation about what enhancement can be, both in sport and in life. We can't do this without athletes, and the best in the world are already coming on board. But to perform at their best, they need the best. Just like Formula One drivers, our athletes will be surrounded by a high-performance team, world-class coaches, doctors, physiologists, nutritionists, and data scientists, all working together to safely push the limits of human capability. And they won't be doing this alone. They'll be backed by leading-edge science, fully personalized protocols, and constant monitoring to ensure their safety and peak performance. Now, at Enhanced, we're not exclusively in the business of delivering sport. We're also in the business of science and developing and marketing new drug compounds. I want to take a moment to also announce the launch of the Enhanced Performance Products brand. This summer, we're bringing Enhanced to the American public with our new consumer products. This will be the embodiment of Enhanced's core mission, to inspire humanity with the belief that we can all overcome our limits and become superhuman. safely with the right medical supervision. We're launching a pioneering platform that will democratize access to a spectrum of carefully curated, scientifically backed enhancements. Enhanced performance products are about providing the tools and the knowledge to live a truly enhanced life. For years, only billionaires have had access to this science. This is about to change. We're talking about a new paradigm for personal enhancement that's grounded in science and a commitment to individual empowerment. You can find out all about this and sign up for early access at enhance.com. So yes, today is about sport, but it's also about much more than that. It's about choice, it's about freedom, and it's about unlocking the next chapter of human potential, not just for athletes, but for everyone. From elite competition to everyday enhancement, we're laying the foundation for a healthier, stronger, longer future, one built on science, safety, and self-determination. This is simply the beginning. And now, it's time to show you what it's going to look like.
All right, so there you have it. We've got dates. We've got an awesome host city. We talked about the science. We talked about the vision. But what is this enhanced experience going to look like? Let me bring out someone who can help us paint that picture. Ladies and gentlemen, the Deputy President of Enhance, Mr. Max Martin, everybody. Good. Join us. So Max, for those who are just tuning into the Enhance story, what exactly are you building?
Alex, great to be here. To talk about what we're building, we're launching an annual global sporting event unlike anything that the world has seen so far. It's elite competition paired with futuristic showcase, where raw physical talent meets cutting-edge science. This is going to be the next evolution of sport.
I'm so excited. So who's actually competing, and do the athletes have to be enhanced?
No, they don't have to be. We welcome all elite athletes, both enhanced and natural. One thing that makes us different is that we don't shame performance enhancements. We embrace them. We provide a safe, medically supervised platform for athletes who choose to explore what their true human potential looks like. It's about freedom of choice, safety, and science, not stigma.
Great. And so what kind of medical oversights are going to be in place?
Yeah, so every athlete that participates in the games has to pass rigorous medical screenings ahead of the games, overseen by our independent medical and scientific commissions. Our medical framework is built to the highest standards in sport. The main difference to traditional testing is that we don't make a decision for athletes which substances they can or cannot take, as long as it is in adherence with the law. We care about the athlete's safety and health while being at the peak level of athletic performance, something that is often much overlooked.
No, that's amazing. So you're saying it's not a free-for-all?
No, it's definitely not a free-for-all. This is not the chaos that some of the headlines about us have suggested, Alex. It's controlled, it's safe, and it's athletes first. We've built an entirely new model, one that is better suited for the future of sport and science. It prioritizes safety, transparency, and athlete autonomy without the outdated restrictions. In fact, we've added many layers others don't even have. And by allowing athletes to explore their true human potential, by incorporating that science into their preparation, we will be able to witness unseen levels of performance, particularly from the athletes that join the Enhanced Performance Team.
So tell me a little bit about that. What is the Enhanced Performance Team?
So the Enhanced Performance Team is an invite-only group for athletes that want to join our team. Every athlete will receive the highest possible level of support, including a team of doctors, coaches, nutritionists, physiologists, and the list goes on. Just like Aaron said before, the success of an enhanced athlete is based on not just their individual capabilities, but many other factors that impact their performance. It is the combination of the elite athleticism and the best scientific support, which in combination will unlock that true superhuman potential. And we're going to give our athletes access to the best minds and tools in the world so they can safely conquer new heights of human performance.
And so just to be clear, you're not enhancing the athletes yourselves?
No, we're not enhancing the athletes ourselves. It's the athlete's choice who they want to work with. We believe that in their autonomy to define what is best for them individually. We provide the framework under which this can be done safely. Our job is just to medically screen, ensure the safety, and to build a competition where the best can shine.
Wow. And so how many athletes are we talking about at the first games?
So in the first games, you can be expecting about 100 athletes to join, including the enhanced performance team. And they will be competing in 3 different sports. That's swimming, athletics, and weightlifting. And we're talking for those athletes, finalists from Paris last year, world record holders, and also rising stars. People that are truly at the peak of the game.
Wow. So what kind of setup are we looking at?
So the format is purpose-built for explosive performance. Think about like a 4-lane pool, a 6-lane track, and a custom-designed weightlifting platform. It's built to be intimate, intense, but yet optimized to break world records. And we're building it all right here at Resorts World in Las Vegas, so no one has to leave that venue.
No, that's going to be amazing, and we got so many colleagues here, so we're so excited. The setup on the ground sounds incredible, but what about people watching from home? How can they expect and take part? And what can they expect?
Yeah, so we're going to broadcast the games in a way that will blow people's minds. We want to make sure that the people fully understand the level of performance that they can witness at the games. The traditional way of broadcasting swimming, athletics, and weightlifting has been the same for decades. It's not really designed for a digital-first experience in the 21st century. And what we want to do is we want to bring our friends and fans an experience of the games on the platforms that are most used to, in the content format that they enjoy and that they can freely embrace, so they can fully immerse in the experience from anywhere.
Great. Well, I must ask, is there prize money on the line?
Alex, there is a lot of prize money on the line. Because paying athletes is truly important to us. And while historically only just winning and the associated fame with that has been driving many athletes, we want to make sure that they get properly paid, just like in all other sports. And it's not the sport's fault per se that the athletes haven't been paid yet. Because by being private, non-government funded institution with true entrepreneurs in the leadership, this is not a real issue for us. With the right operational metrics in place, we will be able to compensate athletes in a way that they've never been before.
Okay, but so break that down for me.
Yeah, so athlete compensation starts with appearance fees for all athletes that participate. And then per event, we have a prize pool of $500,000. An event is like the 100-meter sprint, the 50-meter free. And the winner of that event is taking home $250,000. But every other participant in that event is getting paid too. But on top of that, we want to reward athletes for truly superhuman performance by paying bonuses for breaking world records. And we're talking $1 million for breaking the 100-meter sprint and a 50-meter free world record, and $250,000 for breaking every other world record.
Great. You know, I think we're coming up on time, but before you go, what message do you have for athletes who are considering to participate?
Yeah, so this one goes out to the athletes at home. Any athlete who's interested in competing with the best, who wants to break records, but much rather break the status quo, we are here to support you to become the best version of yourself. So if you want to change your life, if you want to change sport, and if you want to change the world, come join us and become an icon of this movement.
Well, thank you, Max. It's a bold vision, and I think the world is ready for it.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So have you had your fill yet? Well, there's more, way more. Although it's only going to take a second, rather a split second. For this, I'm going to need the co-founder of Enhance. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Christian Engermeyer.
Thank you, Alex. And thanks to everybody here for the warm Las Vegas welcome today. One way we're going to measure superhumanity is through world records, the clearest, most powerful expression of time in sport. And we're going to reward success with million-dollar prizes going to athletes who break barriers in key events. We're going to pay athletes what they deserve, especially when and if they break world records. Some people doubt that we can do all of that. Some people doubt we can even redefine human limits. Today, hopefully, we've shown the world that we are happening. We've got a date, we've got a city, we've got events, we've got athletes, and we've got the science. But what about the world records? Well, here's one more thing I think you're all going to love.
12 years old, I realized that I was good at swimming. I had a feeling that I was born to be the fastest man in the water. I've been to 4 Olympics, many European championships, world championships.
Christian is an extraordinary athlete, a 50-meter specialist.
The fastest swimmer in the world is the person that swims the 50 freestyle. 20.91 seconds. That's the world record.
Our goal is not to break a world record. Our goal is actually to break all the world records. The 50 freestyle is the crown jewel.
With enhancements, I know there's no way I'm not going to break that world record.
Good.
Brett is the best swim coach to ever live.
Trying to get those hands to fly as effortless as possible.
Christian's attempting to do something no man has ever done. I think it was our destiny to come together.
And you're 5'1".
That's all I need. If you have a coach and you see him that he really believes in you and he's confident, you feed off that and then you just put it in the pool and swim fast.
This record isn't just a number, it's a legacy.
Hands, 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 hands.
It's an era.
Do the foot first, get up on the water.
That's what everybody's chasing.
Ready.
The 50 freestyle, it's not just a race, it's the razor's edge of our sport. Christian's quiet, unassuming, but inside there's a fire. This man wants to be the best in history. Just broke the world record.
No, there's no way. I was crying, he was crying. It was really, really beautiful.
Christian's now the fastest man in a supersuit, and we want to come back here and be the fastest man in a jammer. We want to be the fastest across the board, no questions asked. Obviously, he's going to extend his protocol to a full 12 weeks. 20.91 is off the board. Christian's 20.89. We want to break 21.04 in the jammer, and we want to take out all the history books.
Throughout this whole thing, I don't think he's ever had any doubts. I think it's been like full, I'm ready, I'm excited, I want to see what's going to come out of this.
Christian's attempting to do something no man has ever done. It's not about today or tomorrow. It's about on that day, are you ready to swim faster than anyone's ever swum?
Go, Christian!
The sky's the limit for him. He's at the beginning of a new career, and he's the fastest man in history.
That's superhuman.
That's the definition of enhanced, baby, right there.
What's next? Break it again.
Well, that is not something that you see every day. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out to the stage Christian, my friend. Come on out. Woo! Put your hands together for the world record holder.
Congratulations. Yeah, give this man a standing ovation. He deserves it. Fastest man in human history.
Let's join us. So Christian, world record holder, millionaire. How are you feeling right about now?
I feel absolutely incredible. You know, it was a dream of mine since I was a kid. I always wanted to become the fastest man in the water, and now that I actually have done it, it feels surreal.
It's amazing. I mean, you didn't just break the record, you shattered it. Did you know when you hit the wall that you'd done it?
No, I actually didn't know. So when I finished and I saw the time, 2089, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe that, you know, I broke the record within 3 months of training and after almost 5 months of break.
Wow, wow. So Aaron, you know, how about you? What went through your mind when he did it? You were there, what was going on?
In fact, I wasn't there. I was actually sick.
That's right.
I was sick in London, and my team called me, and my initial reaction was to say, let me see if I can recite the lines correctly. Miracles happen more often than we expect, not because there is magic in the world, but because our expectations are not great enough. And when we raise our expectations, miracles can happen. When we first met Christian, when we first started the Enhanced Games, we didn't set out to host a sporting event. We didn't set out to set personal bests. We set out to break world records. And it overwhelms me to think that less than 2 years later, we are here celebrating the most important world record in swimming, and probably the most participated sport in the world, and to award Christian $1 million, which I believe is 10 times more than any other swimming prize ever awarded in human history. So thank you for making all of our dreams come true and being the world's first superhuman.
Wow. So Christian, tell us swimming novices, which I'm one, about the difference between the two swims that we just watched.
Yeah, so the two swims, they were completely different swims for me. So at the first attempt, I was only 2 weeks enhanced, 203 pounds lean with the full body suit. So, you know, I was floating in the water like a cork. But yeah, on the second attempt, I was on a full 2-month cycle, extra 10 pounds of lean muscle and no suit. So the feeling that I had in the water was different. I was much heavier. But we did a pretty good job with my coach with that short amount of time that we had in the water for me to get used to my new weight and my new strength in the water. And yeah, we did a pretty good job, and a very good result came there as well.
No, it was amazing, and I was fired up with the coach. I mean, it was so amazing just to be able to watch and see that all come together. And so, so what's going through your mind now, Christian? You know, pride, relief, a bit of disbelief.
I'm very proud for the work that I did with my coach the last 4 months. I feel happy and relieved that I broke the record, and I'm very grateful for the amazing support that I received from the Enhanced team through my preparation.
No, that's amazing. So now we could stand up here all day grilling this man, but the truth is there's a whole story behind this moment. and it's one you really have to see for yourself. So Aaron, could you tell us more?
Of course, Alex. Today we're premiering a new documentary, 50 Meters to History, that captures every part of this journey, from the science behind the protocols to Christian's training and the split second that changed everything. It's a story of ambition, doubt, discipline, and the pursuit of something no one thought was possible. You just saw a clip of this in the video just now, but there's a full hour of it. It's a real emotional roller coaster too, featuring not only Christian, but our first athlete, James Magnuson, and their coach, Brett Hawke. It's available right now, streaming globally on Enhance.com and on YouTube and X. Watch it, share it, and witness how the first chapter of Superhumanity was written.
You know, this sounds like something I need to watch. Gentlemen, congratulations again. What a way to start. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thanks, Alex.
And so there you have it. The countdown to the first games has begun. And I expect that many more world records are going to be broken. But for now, our time has come to an end. When you think about it, time is the one thing we all think we're stuck with. It limits us, controls us, measures us. Today, we just didn't measure it, we mastered it. From the world-changing ideas to world records, this moment has changed history. There are moments that define generations, and there are moments that redefine humanity. We used to ask, how fast can you go? From now on, we asked, how far can we go? Thank you for being a part of this, because in a year, we'll be right back here. But nothing, and I mean nothing, will ever be the same. The time is now. Thank you very much.